You're now listening to the Shameless Goat.
Listening to the Shameless Goats. The Shameless Goat.
Hey guys, welcome to the Red Table Talk here with the Shameless Goats. We have Peter, Mike, and Kenneth. And today, we're going to be talking about Jada Pinkett, flaw, terrible.
Oh, that girl. That woman.
Beautiful, lovely woman. What's up, y'all? So, Jada Pinkett-Smith, on her show, boom, she went straight into it. She said, Will Smith don't know how to fuck. How do y'all feel?
God damn. Hey, Jada be embarrassing Will, dude. I don't get it. She got no filter, dude.
No, but for her, I respect her. They were talking about just sexual conversations, having the conversation about sex to your significant other and other people as well. And she was saying that, if you don't communicate, that, they won't know. They can't read your mind. So the quote she said was, how come you can't read my mind? How come you can't know that I like this and I don't like that? How come you can't do that?
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
She was saying, like, if you don't communicate, but then everybody
I don't know why
context.
Women think shit like that. That is just so fucking stupid. Have you ever expected your woman to automatically know how to please you? That's just like some dumb shit women do. Like, you're supposed to read their mind.
True. She was saying that's not what she felt, but everybody took it out of context. But that's a good, she said she felt that way, I guess, at a point, but she learned how to communicate.
I mean, that's definitely not just a woman thing.
So you've expected a woman to read your mind before?
No, but I've had women tell me that they've had that experience where they was with a dude who just didn't communicate. So when they were intimate, she didn't know that he liked this. She didn't know, let me do this like that. You know what I mean? So
That's her fault.
How's that her fault?
Because how women don't like talking about sex. Prior to they don't like discussing things like that on a conversation. Oh, we talk about sex too soon. And so when you have these kind of conversations, you kind of set the expectation that you should know this, you should like this. I think when a lot of times in relationships, people tend to have this time frame in which they feel like they can choose to talk about something. Oh, I feel like after a week of talking to a guy, we shouldn't be talking about sex. Bitch, that's the number one reason relationships don't work out.
Well, what about if you're already having sex with that person? So you're already comfortable with that person. You've had sex. Now it's like, okay, this could be better if we did X, Y, and Z, or these are the type of things that turn me on.
I think for me, I don't know. I communicate. I mean,
yeah.
It's only common sense thing. I don't see what the purpose in not communicating would be. You get what I'm saying?
What you were just saying, I saw a woman call into Kevin Samuel's show and she was complaining like when she go on dates, guys always asking her for sex. I was like, bitch, are you stupid? Like,
I guess asking for sex is the problem.
She's like, oh, like it always happens. There's almost no conversation. And Kevin's like, well, you should be glad you're attractive. That's what a man's gonna ask you for.
See, but I think with that, I understand those points. But with Jada's now married to this nigga since 97. So they going on, how many years is that? Almost 30, 25 years, 24, 25. My math is bad.
I got a calculator here.
So the fact that she said that was like, okay, damn, he still don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Still, I mean, maybe August knew. Maybe that
wasn't
was the
she
problem.
talking about like earlier in her relationship that she expected that? Like, not right now, because she did have that tweet, or she said, I got time today. Yeah. And she's like,
I agree.
Messy.
Everybody took it out of context. And I think that's what it is I learned with Jada is like, she don't say nothing really that's bad, but it's just, you're just saying too much.
Yeah.
I think is the problem. I know you got a platform, you got a show, you need content, you know what I mean? Like, we got a show here, we talking about her. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I know you need something to say, but me as your husband shouldn't be
the topic that you shit on so much.
Yeah.
She doesn't respect Will. Yeah, I don't think she respects Will at all.
She's a masculine entity in the household. Like,
yeah,
it's common. That nigga's beta as fuck. Even if you look at the nigga face, he like he about to cry. Like, he just sits back.
See, that's Will Smith, though. That's Ali. That's
all characters, nigga.
Enemy of the state.
That's why he's a good actor.
You know,
I think that's
Man in Black.
But I think that takes it back to communication. So if you're gonna have this platform, you're gonna have particular conversation. Before you have this conversation, I think it would be a good idea that you talk about it with your husband.
Exactly. Before you
as a unit,
to the entire world.
Exactly. As a unit, are we good with this? And that's not to stifle somebody's creativity, not to stifle somebody's opinion, But I think you have to understand when you're in a relationship,
It's a partnership.
you're beholden to somebody else.
Yes.
If you try to do everything you want to do just by yourself, it affects another human being, and you have to be cognizant of that.
I totally agree. I mean, and I think that's, you know what I think too? People, like when you are married to somebody, people actually don't want to know like what goes on in your relationships. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if you came right now, like, man, let me tell you about my wife. This lady just awful, XYZ, ABC. Like, I almost look at you like, bro, why you?
I don't want to know. Like,
That's your
what
wife.
y'all
If,
do.
if it's just like a lady, you just whatever, cool. But if you come on here and start shitting on her, I'll be like, bro, that's. You might
Wow.
talk to the pastor, talk to a therapist, you know, talk to somebody, because that's your wife. I can't say, man, yeah, that bitch crazy. That's your wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's, you know, I think she's misreading it. Like, we actually don't like
Give a
that.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't think you should be talking about sex partners. And then I saw Will was like, shit, me back in the days, I was fucking, I had all kind of women and I was cheating too. And so now he got to like defend himself. And got that man looking crazy.
He was like a whole bitch out
Now
here.
that's interesting because I saw in an article with regard to that, it didn't feel authentic when it came from Will. It felt like he had to boost his masculinity to say, yeah, I was cheating out here too.
So
So
trying him. Wasn't it just Future?
I think it seems like to me like Jada wanted this open relationship and then Will followed. It doesn't look like that's Will's energy. It looked like that's more Jada's energy. And then Will just had to oblige because she's kind of weird, man.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a whole buck. I think it's both of them. Like I would be lying if I thought to myself, Will was just this pure dude who never cheated on his own. You know what I mean? Like on his own volition and said, yo, I like my co-star over here. I like this other actress, this other entertainer. I want to be with this other
But
person.
if he did, he had the respect to make sure that it didn't come out.
Now that's something different, and I
You know,
could
like, come
understand
on.
that.
That bitch messy.
You know, I actually agree with Peter. I actually don't think Will, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, would never cheat on
Yeah.
nobody. Like, you know, I think like you coming on Fresh Prince, and then he did Independence Day, Men in Black,
Yeah.
Bad Boys.
And you think he didn't cheat?
No, but he wasn't married yet at the time, I don't believe. And
Okay.
then he was like, you know, let me pick a wife. I'm gonna get Jada. She fine. Boom, boom, boom. And then I think from there it was like, all right, I'm not gonna cheat.
Yeah, he had a bad choice, man.
He had a
Whoa,
bad
he tripping.
choice.
I mean,
Well,
think
they've
so,
been
too.
married for a while, but
Yeah.
it's just they always in the news for their relationship.
yeah,
Like people said, they thought they had the perfect relationship, and then
that Jada
you always
and Will,
see
yeah.
these rumors that they're breaking up or whatever, and then Will has to say something publicly, then Jada has to say something publicly, and it's like
That's a messy
where
thing.
there's smoke, there got to be a little bit of fire.
So to Mike's point earlier, when he was originally on that episode of Red Table Talk or Red Talk Table, however you say it, he did look distraught. He did look like
He said he
That
was
nigga
tired.
eyes were
I saw
bloodshot
he
he
red.
looked like he wanted to
tired.
cry.
He said he was tired. They was on vacation.
Yeah,
and
that's
everything.
So my thing about that is, if you two have an open relationship and you guys are going to start talking about it, then it should be coming out cool. Like you should be like, I think you should just own it. Me and Jada have an open relationship. That's our thing. We
Yeah.
doing our thing.
Yeah.
And then people will not judge you and come at your wife and come at you in all kind of sideways like we're about to do because you looking like you want to cry.
You look crazy. I agree with that. I think in Will's point, and I actually do almost agree with it. Not agree, but I understand where he's coming from. Is like he says that, you know, the pursuit of truth is a purest love. So like if she finds her truth elsewhere, like I can't just be, let's say, tied to a person, or marriage is a prison. I need to explore other energies, and that makes her love me more. That makes sense to me.
That
Like,
does make sense.
Nigga, what?
in a
That makes
sense, like,
sense.
you know, no matter what you think, you can't be your end all for your lady.
Not at all.
It's just you just can't. And so then, what do you do then? So what do you want your lady to do at this point? Just kind of like, oh, you like to do this, bitch, you can't do it. You know what I mean? What do you want to happen if you allow? If you
you
give her
good?
a
Or
space to do.
compromise, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying cheat on me with.
I mean, but that's what you're saying essentially.
No, I'm saying it's like
She
if
can
you,
find happiness in someone else.
if
No,
she,
I think
yeah.
the concept makes sense, but that doesn't mean that you can handle it.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I'm good if you say to yourself, or you say to me rather, I can't just be with one man. I can respect that because you're being honest to me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I have to be with you because you want to be with
Absolutely.
multiple men.
Yeah.
So respect what somebody wants
But
to do.
understand, okay, so put it in the terms of this. Okay, you get married to her, and
Right.
then this shit comes out.
Oh, you're in a tough place.
You're in a big tough
You're in a
place.
tough place.
Okay, then, so that's the thing. I don't know that maybe he was bombarded with this shit after the marriage.
I don't know.
But what if the love of your life loves you and still wants to love other people? What are you gonna do,
nigga? No.
Yeah.
But you love her.
I'm not. I find. Listen, I don't find love plenty times in my life. I find it again.
Was that really love?
Absolutely.
That would probably hurt,
It's
man.
different levels of love.
It would
That
hurt.
would hurt.
Of course it would hurt.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, like, damn, I love this lady, man. What the hell am I gonna do now?
That would hurt. I mean, you're gonna have to go to therapy, man. You're gonna have to go to therapy, get your mental health right.
You might just have to accept it.
Nah.
No.
Are we married at the point, or are we dating?
We married.
We're
10 years probably at this
We
point.
married 10 years, and
Yeah.
she wants to be
It'll
with other
never
people.
happen
Nah.
in no world,
I think,
bro.
I
We
think
can't do it, man.
Will just loves her that much. Like,
And
I
that's
think
cool. I
Will-
respect that.
yeah.
I think because he saw his dad abuse. He was talking about his book coming
Yeah,
out. His dad
that's
abused
true.
the mom, and it's like because of that,
He got a bitch treating him.
no, man.
he's just
wild.
trying hard to have a relationship that lasts. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
He's just trying hard to have a stable relationship.
He
Man,
said
that
something.
shit
But
hanging by
Jada
the
is not
thread.
stable.
He said something that I completely do not agree with.
What's that?
And he said that divorce is not an option.
Yeah, he said that.
Oh,
he
really?
doesn't.
No.
That's why he's just accepting whatever the fuck she
Yeah,
wants
at
to
this
do.
point, they're not even really.
That could be true.
They're not even probably happy.
I don't know.
Well, he said that he couldn't make her happy. There was a point where Jada wanted Will to make her happy, and he tried his hardest.
Yes.
Like he said, they used to have sex 4 times a day when they first got married for yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And then eventually he figured out, look, I can't make you happy.
God damn, Jada.
Yeah, he couldn't make her happy.
I
like,
can't be Tupac.
I think like he wanted
Yeah,
to be like
he can't be
to your
Tupac.
point.
That's
Can't
it.
be Pac.
Tupac imprinted her.
Yeah, she probably wanted that. Like, you know, by the
Imprinted.
time he died, and she
Yeah.
knew Tupac for a long time. But like to your point about he coming from a broken background, like I saw that when they got the big marriage, she said she didn't want that. And then when he got after Men in Black money, Bad Boys money, bought a big mansion, she didn't want that, but he still bought it anyway. On her birthday, he threw a big party with family, this blah blah blah. Like, I did all this for you, I didn't want that. And so he said at that point, that's when he was like, oh man, this marriage ain't working. We gotta come up with something, because I feel like I'm doing everything you should want.
And that's the
But
problem.
maybe
That's the problem.
Maybe,
though.
like if she doesn't want a big party, that's like an easy fix. Just don't throw a big party.
Exactly.
Throw a small party.
Nah,
Do
but
what she wants.
So then my thing would be, what is it that you fucking want? If you're not telling me, you're not communicating.
Then you gotta
that, then what's-
ask. You can't just so to your point, they have to have that conversation. If he's doing these things on his own without asking, like this is supposed to be a surprise. Well, after being married and being with somebody for so long, do you not know if they like surprises or not?
But she remember, because that interview that came out with that white woman, is it Gwyneth something?
Paltrow.
Yep.
And then she's like, well, if he loves me, he would know. If he loves me, he would know. So she probably wasn't communicating. She was expecting him to read her mind, and then Will throws a big party instead of she wants a small party. So that's partly her fault for
Or it
not
could be
communicating.
She just probably thought this nigga wasn't like Tupac. She wanted Tupac, so regardless of what this nigga
Yeah.
did,
It didn't matter.
it wasn't gonna matter.
Yeah.
I
Can't
think-
win for losing.
I feel like with him, if I'm Will, I would have did everything he did too. Like, I know you're saying what you like, but what you like, it's not good.
What?
So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna buy you. You want to live in a 4-bedroom house? Like, man, I'm Will Smith. I'm not gonna
Right,
live in a
10.
regular ass house.
Yeah.
We gonna live in a 30
20
bedroom. Yeah.
bedrooms.
Like, even like I have a personal example. Like, when I got married, Nigerians have 2 days. My
Right.
wife didn't want it. And I was like, listen here. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
That's
like,
different.
I don't know what to tell you, but we gonna do this. So what you want to do? And she was very adamant. Like, she didn't want it at all. She just didn't want it.
So that's different.
But what? But when we had it, she was like, "Oh, that was great." So somebody gotta.
Women don't be want to know what they really want, dog.
Somebody gotta do.
That's funny.
But in direct response to what you're saying, this is why I think it's different. I think it's different because you can't do something that you think the other person wants.
No, it's okay.
And then say it was for you, but it's something that you like. You know what I mean? Like, I bought you a car that I like, but for you. But you know that person don't like
It's
that
the
car.
thought that fucking counts.
Not
And-
if you know.
No, if you know. Okay, so what if you don't know that she doesn't like
And then when you find out, then it's like, okay, let me now get you something that you do want. Now, of course, you should appreciate it. You should, depending on what that thing is, because there's levels to it.
How many times has a bitch cooked you something to eat and her food was trash?
That has happened.
But it's the thought that counts. We got to eat
Yes.
this shit, right?
And I say
So,
thank
bitch,
you.
you gonna
Hell
take
no,
this
you
big
teach her how to cook better. What the fuck
you
you
gonna
talking
take this
about?
big ass house and just be grateful.
But what if it's like, well, here's
No.
an example. What if it's like a car? She was like, Will Smith's like, I'm gonna buy you a Maybach. She's like, no, I'll take a Toyota. Like, no.
So then you can go in the middle though. It don't got to be a Maybach. It
So
can
it
be
wouldn't
something in
matter
the
then.
middle.
But I want to get you the best of the. You want a Mac, but I'm gonna get you a Mac. But no, I'll just take a whatever.
But you can go in the middle. Like, I didn't finish what I was saying.
Yeah.
But so with the Nigerian thing, that's when now, in my opinion, it's a compromise. It's like, look, I know you don't want this, but this is important to me and my family.
Yes.
So because we're getting married, you should, I would hope, want to do something that's important to me and my family, even if you don't want it. Because it doesn't compromise your dignity. It doesn't compromise you as a human being. You know what I mean? It's not against your morals.
It's just cultural.
It's just some cultural thing. You do it, yada yada yada, and we move on.
But what if I don't want to do it?
That's marriage is about compromise. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that you do that you don't want to do, but you don't then say I did this for you. Like you can't tell your wife I'm doing this Nigerian thing for you. No, it's not. Because then now that's just not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
So he can't buy this house and say this house is yours. And he's like, you know, I don't want this big house.
Who's to say he wanted the fucking house? It was a gift.
I don't know. That part they didn't say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That
I
part they
don't
didn't
know.
say.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, it's tough. I mean, she's in a tough place too. And like when I was watching that red table talk. First of all, even on a side note, like that red table talk had like a sex talk with her mom and her daughter on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Weirdos.
would y'all have had that? Have
No.
no, already.
no.
Have you ever when your parents found out you were having sex?
We still never had a conversation.
Never talked about it.
Never.
All they said was, nigga,
Never.
put a rub on it. And don't
How did they
touch nothing.
know?
Well, shit, my mom caught me fucking once. I mean,
Oh.
but I also had conversations with her. I was just like,
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, but it's not like about the sex. It's like, Mom, I'm fucking. You know, at some point, you know, the conversation came up. You know, but it was never like a real conversation. Like, hey, Mom, you know, just so you know, I'm having sex and she likes to get hit from the back, so you might hear some clapping sounds.
What?
Okay.
I'm just saying, it was
What
nothing.
the hell?
That's too much.
It wasn't like a birds and the bees conversation. She just was informed that I'm having sex. I don't consider that a conversation.
Like
though.
on a postcard or
Okay.
something.
So y'all wouldn't ask like let's say like your father's, like yo,
I didn't learn anything about sex from him.
No, that's
Yeah,
too
nothing.
awkward.
that's awkward.
Is it
Too
though?
awkward. I'm talking about me and my dad.
Yeah.
That'd have been too awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
But
damn,
would you want that though?
I probably would.
Because I
In
mean,
I
you,
would have had it when I was young.
in
I mean,
theory.
I would have been real young to want that conversation.
So you don't want that now?
Hell no. What the fuck would I need? Why would I need to talk about that with my dad
I'm
now?
saying like tips and
Tips?
I mean, like,
No, nigga.
how you get the party started. And, you know
I would want to have that conversation with my son because I think
Okay.
I would want to have a different kind of relationship with my son than I had with my father.
absolutely.
yeah, like on a friend.
Sort of, yeah,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
a little bit more friendly because a lot of times with my dad we couldn't talk about nothing but education
Yeah,
And church.
Or football.
and church or sports,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
and then it ended. We didn't
That's
have
true.
much social conversation unless I brought it up, but I certainly wouldn't talk
that's how it
about
was.
smashing.
I found out my dad had other women before my mom, like maybe 2 years before he died. I'm like 25, and I just like, oh, he had other women
Before they got married?
before they got married. Yeah, hopefully, you know. Like,
You just learned that? Like, you thought that they just came together
I thought it was
first
Arranged marriage.
relationship?
Yeah,
He
nigga.
thought it was-
What the
he was
hell?
coming to
I thought he
America,
was
so
born
thought
and his
they-
name was Daddy, nigga.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he thought it was arranged.
he didn't
nigga.
realize they had a life beforehand. Like,
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, I knew that. My dad kind of told me his story. Oh, you know, I was a young thing out here. You know, I had
Yeah.
some money, and so I heard his little conversation. He told me, shit, he had a wild story where he said the bitch he was dating ended up pregnant with somebody else, baby.
Yo, he told me that story too.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
was like, whoa, nigga,
That's
what the fuck? I was like, he's
crazy.
like, yeah. He said the girl went hiding for a few months, and then he went to go see her.
Yo.
The bitch had a whole belly, and he knew it wasn't his. I don't think he was hitting.
He told me that story at your brother's wedding.
Yeah,
He was
man.
like, yo, y'all boys need to hurry up and get married because these girls ain't good out here. And then he told me that story. He told me and Steve that story. I was dying
that's
laughing.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's good.
Knowledge.
That's good advice.
But how, it
Wisdom.
came too late though. You know, like I was already out here party with a jit by the time he had
When
the
he
story
told you
with
that story,
me.
yeah.
Well, me and Steve wasn't, so we
yeah.
were good.
But that's see, that's what I'm saying. Like, even though it's awkward, like You almost look at his dad like, damn, you might know something.
Or he might be human. Nigga, 'cause
Yeah, that's true.
this whole time I thought you was Jesus.
To have awkward conversations with him, but not about sex. I mean, about other stuff, but not sex.
I mean, we talked about everything. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the one thing that men should be able to talk about is sex. And I mean,
For sure.
with each other. A lot of times you got a bunch of niggas not doing how to fucking please a woman because they don't know what the fuck to do.
I would be comfortable having that conversation with my dad. It's never happened. I mean, like what you were saying, like my dad's disciplinarian and all that stuff, but like that wouldn't be uncomfortable. Like my dad, we could talk about whatever. Yeah. But that's just not something that ever came up.
No, my dad made it way too awkward for me to even bring it up. So if I even had any type of social commentary, I had to start off with a joke. You know what I mean? I had to ease the tension because my dad was just too serious at first. So I was just like, I wasn't going to go into, how many women you smash? Nah, I never. Nah.
I know. It's weird. Like, I agree. Like, my old boy's the same way. I remember he was like, you know why the Spurs won in 2003? Because they all go to church together on Sundays.
Whoa.
Like, nigga, what?
Whoa.
What the hell?
Because that's when David Robinson is like, he's a basketball player, very, very Christian.
Yeah.
And Avery Johnson, they both go to church together. He's like, see, that's why
opposite
they win.
of Shaq.
That's why they win, because they're Christian. If you put your faith in the Lord, you'll win the NBA championship.
So every NBA champion should be like Christians or something like that, and that's not happening.
Yeah, not all of them.
Negative.
Yeah, not all of them. But I mean, and one thing I was thinking about too, like speaking of sharing with your parents, is like one issue that I have with Jada is she overshares.
Oh
And
yeah,
then, like,
her daughter and her son.
But like a man could never overshare. Like Will could never come out with all this information. Like
At all.
Jada don't know how to suck dick. She just fucking
that nigga be canceled.
Anytime I eat her out, she eat her booty. She don't wash before. Imagine if he came out with all this information. We'd be like,
It's double
bro,
standards, you know.
Yeah, I'd feel uncomfortable. Like, dog, get a dog. Go to church. Like, talk to somebody else.
But
you know what I mean?
he's bringing out his memoir soon, so a lot of shit's gonna probably
Maybe it's
be
gonna
in there.
Yeah, that's why you're writing a
That's
book.
revenge, nigga.
I might read
Revenge.
that.
That's funny.
I think the problem is when you're talking about things that doesn't seem to give a lesson to other people. Like you could talk about some crazy wild shit, but is there a lesson in it, or is it just a smear campaign against your wife?
I could see the lesson in what she's saying.
Yeah.
Communication is important, but
she makes.
And that's
just-
why I think that's cool.
it's still just too much information. Like,
Yeah, we not
I
supposed
don't
to know.
want to
all
know all that shit. I don't want to picture
not
what the
supposed
fuck
to know.
y'all talking about. I just think oversharing. Period. I don't too much share y'all about shit that going on in my relationship. Now, if it's an either, I know the little chick you fucking with on the side. Okay, cool, but in the relationship, most of y'all won't know what we doing sexually. You know,
But
just,
and who do men share too? Like she got a podcast, she can share all her feelings, and she got her mom there, her daughter.
I don't even talk to y'all niggas too much.
Maybe that's the problem.
That might be a problem.
that
Though.
should sound like bitch talk.
See,
sitting
that's
around-
part of the problem.
sitting around a
Why
red
would I
table with
tell-
y'all talking about what my bitch ain't doing for me.
We doing that right now.
Really?
I ain't talking about what my bitch ain't doing for me. I'm talking about
Well,
Jada.
But I mean, I think there's some conversation you can have, but there's just some stuff that you just got to know. Nah, I can't do that. And you got to know your friends. You got to know who the type of friends that you could have that conversation with.
And it shouldn't be a whole lot of them. You're still
Probably
married
not.
to the nigga. It should be
Probably
one or two
not.
people you go to
For
have these
certain
kind of
things.
conversations
Yeah.
about.
I agree with
and
that.
that stays within. But you telling the whole entire fucking Facebook community.
See, but sometimes it's like, especially when you married, it's hard. Like I remember one argument I had with my wife because of Mike. I don't know if you're like this
fuck
nigga
outta here.
fucking ruined my marriage. So no, we had an argument.
Good job, Mike.
We had an argument, and then the next day, my sister had a party at the wharf, and then so we get there. We came in separate cars because we trying to like
Calm down
be
and
united,
stuff.
be like united to everybody. So they on the opposite side of the wharf. They all the girls.
I remember that day.
They all drinking drinks and taking shots. Hey, congratulations! And we over here like chilling too. And it's like I remember somebody was told me like, dang, I can feel the tension. Like y'all gotta really tighten up because it's making it look like y'all don't have a happy home. And then in my mind I was like, nigga, we don't. Like, we really don't have a happy home right now. I don't know how to hide it. I don't know how to we really beefing crazy right now. You
I
know
think
what
there
I
got
mean?
to be some stuff you express with your friends.
Yes.
There got to be some stuff.
And
It
he
got to be
did,
some stuff.
And we talked about
Yeah, we
it.
talked about it. Yeah. But it's
But I think she was the one who lingered on because of her. She was really just fucking upset. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, get the fuck away from me, Mike. And I'm like, oh,
But
shit.
then, have you
was your
ever been out with your lady and then you argued on the way out? I mean, the way before, and then you showed like we're united.
Yeah, United Front.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Actually, I fucked one of those up. like with one of my exes. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You can't fake it.
So
I can.
It was. I was just upset. It was the Jazz in the Gardens in Miami Gardens, and I told her we were going like well in advance when I got the tickets, and then told her again, reminded her the week of, day of. I go to pick her up from her place so we can go. She's not even ready. That was when I was a little bit younger, a little bit more mature, a little bit more impatient. I'm starting. And what really got me upset is like I'm sitting in her living room for like literally 45 minutes. She never came outside to say hi. She's like, her mom greets me, let me in. I'm just sitting there and I'm just waiting. And I'm like, damn, like that's why I'm getting upset. Like you could at least give me a hug or something.
45 minutes, cause I've
Dead
been
ass,
gone, bro.
dead ass.
I would've been
Dead
gone.
ass. I'm just sitting in her living room. Her mom ain't even entertaining me no more. The TV's not on, nothing. I'm just sitting there.
They turn off the AC.
By the time she comes, like
I
I'm
was
kinda
trying
hot.
to hint for you to leave, bro.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Hey, I don't want you in this relationship. She let me in the house,
Bro,
but
she probably turned off the lights on Peter.
That's funny.
Damn.
Yeah, I was hot, dude. I was hot. Like, and then when we got out there, she wanted to be affectionate and shit, and I couldn't be.
I know.
I couldn't be affectionate
That's
with her
my
right
biggest
there.
problem. When we have an argument before going somewhere, I can't fake
can't
it.
fake the phone?
Yeah, I can't
I
fake
can.
it sometimes. I can fake it at times, but I don't really fake shit sometimes.
It depends on who's at fault, though.
It
If I was
depends
at
on what
fault,
it
I eat
is.
that shit.
You said, well, if it was your
If I was
fault.
at fault, I eat it. I mean,
Yeah,
but even still, if it was something, as long as it was nothing too crazy, too outlandish. I mean, listen, we gonna present ourselves as a fucking unified front. Like we're not gonna
Why?
look stupid. Because at the end of the day, it brings down the vibe of everybody else.
That's
like
true.
that day that y'all were
That's
beefing,
true, yeah.
nigga, I was walking on eggshells the whole fucking day.
That's
Like,
true.
damn, I don't want to
That's
say, should I say hi to
Yeah.
her? Then I was scared to say hi to her friends too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
did they know like what happened?
That's
Like,
true.
what the fuck?
I can fake it sometimes, and there's sometimes I can't fake it. Because I remember one time I went to a party with the girl I was with at the time, and we was arguing from my place up into the party. I'm in the line, we's arguing. And we get inside, I'm just standing, I'm just like, dog, this
Yeah, fuck
motherfucker
this.
here, bruh.
Yeah.
But then at some point in time, I don't know, they play some type of, I don't know, Sweet Mickey or something, bro. I don't know. And all of a sudden, I just looked, I'm like, dog, you still mad? You know what I mean? Like,
I do that all the time.
What it
Shit
is
make
for me,
people
I don't
upset.
like that first, you still mad? I don't like giving in.
man, you got to
Too easily.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
like,
put up a fight.
yeah, let's, you want to go? Let's go. I'll meet you at the car
I mean,
afterwards.
I've done that with my siblings, but like in my relationships, I can't do that with the woman.
I
I'm
do.
with.
I look at it like this. I actually just it happened to me a few days ago. Chick came over, and she was mad about I told her I'm gonna cook dinner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the money. Just go get the groceries. I got shit I got to do. She's like, okay, cool. I'm getting off work early. She shows up late as fuck. She told me 7:30. The bitch don't come till 11 p.m.
No,
so who the
hell
fuck
no.
is cooking dinner at 11
Yeah,
o'clock?
I'm already asleep.
And then she got an attitude because I called her like once or twice, like, hey, where are you? Just trying to probing, like, where are
What's
you
up?
exactly?
Yeah.
I'm on my way. I'm coming.
No.
Like, so I'm like, okay, so it's 11 o'clock at night. What the fuck am I cooking at 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
She pulls up without the groceries. So then I'm like, okay, so what do you want to eat? She's like, I can do. She named like a restaurant. I'm like, it's 11 p.m. I got work in the morning. Like, they got Checkers, Taco Bell, Popeyes.
Yeah.
Didn't
and
you
Pollo.
already eat, or you were waiting all that time?
I was already turned off, so I didn't even want to eat no more. So I was
Yeah.
just like, at this point, you're coming over, we're gonna watch TV, you're gonna fuck, and then you're going home.
Yeah.
mad and
so
all.
but she came with the attitude, and so
What was she mad about?
because she felt like I was trying to rush her. But you gave me the time frame, which was
Yeah.
7:30.
And you came at
And she
11.
came at
You came at
11, and she's
and
upset
then you
at
didn't
you.
bring any groceries for me to cook, and I gave you the money.
Come on.
Hey, that
Yeah,
bitch
nah,
is weird.
So then-
that's
so they-
crazy.
so they got a crazy
Wait, hold
part.
up. That's his current.
That's not my current.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Oh, that's I don't give a fuck. She's weird. I don't give a fuck. She's current. She's weird. She's weird.
That's why niggas can't talk to her.
Exactly. That bitch. That's my
Hey.
wife.
Yeah, nigga.
That bitch.
Hey, she's a bitch. She's a
So,
bitch.
Damn.
that was some wild shit. So then she comes over and then she's angry. So she walks in the house without a hug, nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm be sitting there on the couch. I'm kind of like, it's 11 o'clock at night. What we doing at this point, right?
Yeah.
She's sitting there. I'm trying to like, hey, babe, come over. Trying to grab her to pull over. don't touch me. I'm not in the mood right now. So, bitch, why you drove from Cold Springs to come here to be upset?
But was there other people there?
No, just me and her.
Okay.
Oh, see then.
And so
That's a little different.
Yeah.
then she goes, after an hour went by, you know, I'm like, so you still not gonna come over? She's like, oh well, I'm just still in my mood.
That's
I'm
one
like,
of them stubborn bitches.
you should have just stayed where you was at.
Again.
Please stop following me.
Yeah,
Again.
she's a bitch. She's a bitch.
Please stop following me.
It is my wife.
Please.
She's not. I don't date her. I dated her like in a week. What is
You
it,
know
1
who
week
he
span?
talking about?
No.
I think
Oh, you
so.
don't? Oh,
I
you
think
do?
I have an idea.
Nah, but at the end of the day, like I let the shit go immediately. So I had a reason
Yeah.
to be upset.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the story. I had a reason to be upset,
Yeah.
and I let the shit go after about 5 minutes.
The times that I messed up in public though were like, I know we're in public, so I'm not trying to make a scene, so I'll be quiet.
That's men. Typically.
I'll be quiet. But then it's like
Yeah.
I'm normally quiet sometimes, or half the time I'm quiet. But it's a different kind of eerie quiet.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, you didn't mention nothing.
Yeah.
But then now, like, I'm already upset. I'm on high alert on everything you say and do. So any stupid shit you do or anything I find stupid, it just make me like,
yeah.
it's just like,
I
I'm the same
control my
exact
shit. I
way.
think being black, nigga, and being big, I just had no choice but to know how to control myself in
Yeah.
that type of environment.
lies, bro. I done see
No,
you
you
spaz.
snap
What are you talking
when?
about? What?
I
I
don't
done see
snap.
you spaz, bro. What you talking about, bro?
I'm the same way. It's like when I'm upset, I'm with my lady. I'm quiet. Like
Quiet.
Well, I'm looking for like to be angry. Like, oh, you just gonna have fun. You see me angry, right? You still gonna have.
You're not gonna say nothing to me?
You gonna have fun? Okay. Okay.
No, I used to be upset like with my girl, like, you know, the younger, less less secure or whatever in a relationship. I don't do that anymore. I try to communicate through it because like I fucked up some good relationships with anger, so I try not
It's good to manage it.
Yeah, you got to be able to talk. You got to be able to communicate through that stuff. You don't want to just like the petty shit I do with my siblings. I don't do that with the girls I'm dating.
Yeah,
because I
just got over
those
that.
are different types of relationships.
I used to be a real petty nigga, boy.
Used
yeah.
to.
Oh yeah.
I'm better now. I'm better now. I used to
Yeah.
be a real petty nigga. I done caught a mop to the side of my head. You know,
A mop.
A
Okay.
Malta?
a mop.
A mop.
Oh,
Soft
a
mop.
mop?
The shit you.
Yeah.
A mop.
Who threw it at you?
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, yeah. No, we
That's
don't.
incriminating.
we
No.
don't-
But I done caught a mop to the side of my head.
But
Did
like,
you?
No, I didn't.
No,
I
man.
had to eat
Come
that.
on, man. We don't.
Oh,
we don't hit women.
yeah, we don't. I didn't know it was a woman. You just told me
No,
it was a mom.
woman. Nigga, who else would it be hitting me in the side of my head?
I don't know, nigga. I don't know what.
One thing I was thinking about though, like speaking of in terms of like arguing with your sibling, is I was not. Well, me and my wife was debating something today. Like, all right, so after the Kanye interview that just happened, he just did Drink Champs. I remember like one reason why he has beef with Jay-Z is that during his wedding, Kanye's wedding, Jay-Z didn't come. Jay-Z said he's not coming because him and his wife were going through a lot at the time. So, and he didn't want to come there and maybe ruin the vibes or, you know, maybe the paparazzi, whoever the fuck, like, damn, you and your wife, y'all sitting on different tables or whatever. Fuck, you know what I mean? Maybe he couldn't hold it. So I was thinking like, she says that was completely flagrant that he did that.
Who said
Who
that?
is she?
Your
My
wife.
My
Okay.
wife. Don't call her a bitch. I'll punch you.
No.
She says that, well, this wedding didn't just happen.
Yeah,
You
it was
know,
playing
in a
months
week.
in
Yeah,
advance.
you said you was
Years.
coming. So now that y'all beefing now, I guess he cheated. He made a whole album about cheating on her or whatever.
Wait, who?
Jay-Z.
All right, and who's
I
that?
forgot Peter's not in
Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce are married.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. So boom, Kanye had a wedding. They
He's a
didn't.
rapper
Oh,
guy.
they did. All right,
Kanye
Kanye. All right.
was married to Kim Kardashian. They got married. Jay-Z said, "I'm not coming because me and my wife are having marital
Problems.
problems."
All right.
So to me, that makes sense to me.
No.
Because if we beefing, I can't fake it out there. I
Yeah, it
can't.
depends on how heavy
You
it is.
still
but
have to go to work,
He only has
right?
one day for the
I go to
marriage,
work,
or
yeah, but my wife not
if
there.
it's
Right.
Nigerian, 2 days for.
She ain't gotta
Yeah.
come.
But it's a one-time event. You got to be able
Yeah,
to
that's a
show
once in a
up.
lifetime situation.
You got to be able to show up. You can't, skip somebody's wedding. That's
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 it's-
important.
It should be the one time.
It's not going to church with
There
me or
one day
something.
that
You
you
come together.
Yeah,
but
like,
we
I
probably
can't-
about to get a divorce. Like we really, I probably cheated on her. Whatever he did. No,
I mean, you
he
either
did.
pull up. Listen, we're a unified front. We either come together, or if he knows it's going to be an issue with her, or
Yeah.
they can't coexist in the same environment, then he goes by himself. But your best friend,
Yeah, at least
Yeah.
go by yourself. At least do
we
that
got a
much.
problem with a
But
nigga right now.
Did
to get
Beyonce
something
go?
is that good to go by
Wait,
yourself to the
did
wedding?
Beyonce go?
Nobody. No, none of them went.
None of them went. See now,
Yeah.
now Jay wrong. Jay for sure wrong.
That's your nigga.
Bro, if that's your man's, you
He
go.
supposed to go. Yeah.
If Beyonce
he's
don't go,
getting married.
Beyonce don't go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like what happened to Beyonce? She's sick, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
she ain't
That's
feeling
it.
good.
She
You
ain't
eat
fly
that.
for her.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. I don't know.
I don't think Jay-Z really like the nigga
I would
anyway.
be the same. You'd be disappointed.
But if your wife ain't going, then what's the problem?
because
Exactly.
we're about to get a divorce.
But
not-
he's
so-
not. But she's not
But
going to be there.
it's somebody's wedding.
But you gonna go and have fun?
Yeah.
It's somebody's wedding. At least show up. You don't have to.
You gonna go to work, ain't it?
At least show up.
My wife is not at my job.
But
And
your
you-
wife
you
ain't
didn't
at
see
the wedding.
either.
So what I'm gonna say? She's sick?
Yes.
Come on.
Why not? Yeah,
She's
she's
not
sick.
feeling
She
good.
wasn't
She's taking
feeling
care of the
good.
kids.
I'm saying
You couldn't get a babysitter.
I can't be there because I'm enjoying myself.
So
No,
You can't enjoy yourself?
You're being
So you gotta
covered.
suffer and not go.
Yes.
That's why are you punishing yourself? I don't
Because
understand.
I just cheated on my wife.
so
Oh, okay.
They don't-
Wait.
they don't-
what is that?
But if I'm getting married, you're not gonna come to my wedding because you fucked
cheated?
up?
Because I cheated on my
How
wife.
does that make sense?
That don't make no sense, bro.
It's my wedding.
Right. I get you saying. You getting married. Me, I just cheated on my own wife.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to your wedding and turn up?
Yes.
Dude,
It
I
isn't
invited
about
you to
turn
my
up.
wedding.
Yes.
How long have we known each other? You're not gonna show up?
Yes. You got to put that
fuck you
aside.
It's not like you're
about.
talking about a bachelor party. You
Put
know what
that
I'm saying?
aside.
The bachelor party, I can understand. It's gonna be some real wild shit going on.
Yeah.
Bitches looking ass, rum shots, all kind of shit.
Yeah. See, you
But-
took it too far yet again.
That's too far.
But it's not the same as a fucking wedding, though. That's the one.
You only have one. You're supposed to only have
yeah,
one.
one in a
hopefully.
lifetime, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you can't. You don't get.
You
no
could go
pass
to
for
the
that.
wedding and not smash hoes.
Yeah, I guess the idea is just like we're on the rocks. So,
No.
we should be trying our best to preserve, you know. 'Cause
So do you not
What?
go to
But
work?
what does that have to do with my wedding? I still don't see the
Exactly.
connection.
this is
That's your problem. Now you got to ruin my wedding. Well, no, you're not going to ruin it, but damn, it's my wedding. It's
To an
once
extent, it is
in a
ruined,
lifetime
you know?
event. That's supposed to be once in a
To an
lifetime.
extent, it is ruined. I mean, I can imagine he was probably the best man. You know, I could probably
yeah,
imagine.
Yeah,
that.
you
that's
might-
probably close.
He's supposed to give a toast. You know, like
Yeah.
now we
Yeah.
got to find backup to niggas that I ain't even that close to.
And it's 24 hours in a day. So that entire time for 24 hours, y'all was
kiss
just
her
making
ass.
it up? No.
Yeah, I mean, I
No.
feel if it's me, if I'm on the edge of my whole world collapsing, I'm sorry I can't come to your wedding, dog.
I mean, you better kiss her ass, nigga. 'Cause you missed my shit.
What? I don't get it, dude.
I mean,
don't get it.
We will carry you to my wedding.
Nah, bro.
We will
That's-
carry you to my wedding.
To me, if it's me and me and my wife, we about to end like
So
we about
so
to
here go the
get half-
question: did the 3-hour wedding, 4-hour, let's just say 5-hour wedding, did that fix? Did the time
Exactly.
you didn't allocate towards the wedding fix
It
your
didn't do
relationship?
anything.
Maybe because we
That's a good
we
question.
together now.
It's 24 hours in the fucking
Exactly.
day.
It
The very
did
next
nothing,
day, you're
bro.
gonna have the same conversation you could have had during my wedding.
But we're
But-
together now, so the ends justify the means. It's like
Nah.
what I
No.
did worked because
You don't know that.
The message was still the same.
Yeah, that's a
You know
good
what? If
question.
anything,
Why
you
not
go
just have that conversation tomorrow?
Listen, you
or
go to the
whatever?
wedding and come back. You know what, babe? I really understand now what it is to be married. I saw real love at the wedding. You come up with something. That
Yeah,
bullshit's
right.
not flying for me.
we've been married for 10 years already.
We gonna fight. I swear. It's just straight up. We gonna have to do that.
So if your wife say you,
Any niggas who miss my wedding, we gonna fight. That's it.
if your wife says you can't go to the wedding, if you Beyonce and she tell you, oh you Jay-Z, Beyonce tell you no, you can't go to
She
the
can't
wedding.
tell me
She
that.
can't tell me that.
She
'cause
can't
I
tell me
can't
that.
tell her. I can't
She
tell
can't
her
tell
what
me
to do.
that.
You just cheated on her.
But
What that mean, bro?
I've
She
known
can't tell me that.
you before you even knew her. How the fuck she gonna tell you can't come to my wedding?
No, it's the opposite. They knew each other before they knew Kanye.
That's true.
Yeah, so
Wait,
that's
who-
a different situation.
Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, yeah, that is true.
But still, it's
But
a
what does she
wedding.
have against Kanye? Why would she say he can't
She
go to
doesn't
the
have anything
wedding?
against Kanye.
I don't think the two go together.
They don't.
Like her saying you can't go for what? That does nothing for our relationship.
You've never been in a situation where with your significant other y'all beefing and then you go have fun? You go to a strip club?
I wouldn't do that. That strip club is way different.
From a wedding, bro.
Way
I'm
different.
talking
I can't imagine a
No.
wedding nigga got strippers rock.
No, not
swinging
strip.
up the-
But what I'm trying to say is like you.
I get the concept.
You enjoying.
I get the concept,
yourself.
but I think the exception is a wedding.
Yes, that's the one thing.
I
It's
get-
a
I get the
once-in-a-lifetime
concept.
situation.
Oh, okay. You're saying the exception is
The
a wedding.
exception got to be a wedding, somebody, a
childbirth.
childbirth,
What about a
funeral.
funeral?
the funeral.
So what if the man died? Then you gonna say, "Oh, I can't go."
I'm going to divorce my wife, so
you
I can't
should
go to your. I
because
can't go.
You're not gonna be.
Stop.
No, hell no.
Jay-Z said, if me and my wife beefing, I ain't going to nobody nothing.
That's bullshit.
That's his exact words.
That's trash.
I'm not going to my wife.
So
Nobody nothing.
and I know that's an exaggeration because if his daughter's getting married, he's not going to go to his own daughter's wedding. That has to be an exaggeration.
But that's his wife's daughter too.
Exactly, an exaggeration. So there has to be a line. So now we start from the top. Your own kids. Now let's go to your blood brother, your blood sister. Like we got to draw lines. At what point?
You know that reminds me. I went to a wedding and the day of, the brother's wife got into a fender bender. And
Yeah.
I got taken to the ER. So he texted his sister who's getting married. I can't come. And if it was me,
You would have went
I would have showed up.
to the wedding.
He got in the
Yeah.
So who got in the fender bender?
His wife.
But you and your
Was she in the hospital? He had to go to the hospital with the wife or something?
Urgent care.
urgent care.
Yeah.
And what?
Wait, but
what
urgent care
what
your
was the
ass
event?
back to the side. What?
What was the event that he had to skip?
A wedding. His sister's wedding.
His
He didn't want
sister's
to be there to begin
wedding.
with.
He was in the
I don't know, man. You
Bro,
gotta
come
make
on,
that.
man.
I'm sorry.
You got to make that.
So what you do with your wife?
Isn't
She
she in the
gonna come.
hospital, or she's just resting? What's the problem?
No, but I think
What's the problem?
it sounded funny, but it's a good question.
No.
Is she in ICU?
Is she
You know what I
dying,
mean?
or she just?
But you said
like-
urgent care,
Urgent care is what.
bro. You better Uber your ass back to this wedding, bro. What is we talking about here?
Nah, see,
For
It's
your
urgent care.
sister?
let your wife job.
Junior, you're not missing
She
your
got a
sister's
sprain.
You're not gonna
weddings.
miss the wedding.
You're not missing your sister's weddings no matter what.
Come and leave.
You can come
You
late.
know
Come
you're
and
not.
You can come
I'm
late.
not, yeah, you gotta.
So
Lucky for us,
all right,
Nigerian
but,
wedding start late anyway.
but I think you need more particulars. How? Okay, she's in urgent care. Is at the same time at the wedding.
Yes.
Right.
She
So how
got-
long is she gonna be there? You can come late.
See, we as men think very logically, but
Women are emotional.
if your wife is like, you left me to go,
That's
To
true.
my
But I'm not
sister?
saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying you go to the urgent care.
Yeah.
How long we gotta assess the situation.
that's true.
You know what I mean? Let's assess the situation. Like, oh, okay, we're good, we're straight. We can Uber to the wedding. Let's Uber to the wedding. We can drive to the wedding. I could drive you to the wedding. Let's go. But if it's like, yo, she has to stay here overnight, that's different.
Man, you
Yeah,
said a
that's
fender
different.
bender, bro. Like,
That's a fender, but I guess it just depends. If she got into a fucking car accident, then
a real
obviously
one, and that's different.
I
but
can't.
if
I
it's a
can't
fender
come.
bender, nah.
That can't come.
I mean, you
I ain't
know,
want
It's
to be
tough.
there.
It's tough, man. It was just like, but all this to me, it's with Will and Jada and all this shit. Is like Jay-Z and regular people like us. It's like this is what makes relationships so difficult because it's hard to maintain over the course of some years. Like I was watching some show on Netflix called Scenes from a Marriage, and in the show, like the lady says, like the problem with marriage or relationships is like that there is no problem. That it's just maintaining the day to day to day. After maybe 3 years, 4 years, you know what the person like, you know what they don't like. You figured it out. Like so now it's just like now we're not arguing about nothing no more.
I think
So now what? Like the problem is the nothingness.
you got to
You know
find
what
the
I'm
right
saying? People love
person.
chaos.
You got to be with the right person to make that work.
It's
Well,
difficult.
some people like chaos. Yeah, I like peace.
A lot of people love chaos.
Nah, I like peace. I
think-
need peace.
I think generally as a people we like conflict. We
Yeah.
like drama.
we like spice.
We like
You know what I mean?
spice.
Like
Look at
It's
women.
tough.
And like, we talked about this a little earlier. Fucking, what's her name? What's the bitch name?
We don't need her
The
name.
song. Yeah, we do.
The
Listen to
song.
The song. London on the tracks.
Summer
Baby
Walker.
Mama.
All right, yeah.
You knew what type of nigga you were getting involved with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he got 3 baby mamas. You're the 4th. You know what I'm saying? There was a part of you that wanted to fix him or was attracted to the conflict, the drama. You know what I'm saying? And so now you made a whole album about a nigga that you knew wasn't going to change. The same thing with Future.
Yeah.
People are attracted to drama, to the conflict, to the chaos, and it's
Yeah.
just natural.
That shit's exciting.
It's funny when you hear women say all the time, niggas ain't shit, but there are some good men there. You just chose to
I don't
bypass
like, yeah,
him.
but I don't like those.
Yeah, I don't want him.
I
He's
don't want
boring.
those. He's boring.
I want the
Right.
bad guy until
Yeah,
he beat
that's
your
just
fucking ass.
stupid.
Yeah.
Until he done shot you in the head over some foolishness.
But men too. Men how many times do we say, man, she crazy, and you still with her? You
I
still
don't know if it happens as much though.
All right, so maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Because I've been asked many times, yo, why are you still with her? Why are you smashing her after years and years, or why did you smash her
But you was
at
desperate.
all?
That was different.
No,
I mean,
it's just no. I had to come to a realization with myself
that you like chaos.
that sometimes, yo, is something about the drama be exciting.
Oh,
Sometimes
you really like
I
drama?
did. I came
Not
to.
me.
It's a certain type of thing. I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how
That's
to
funny.
quantify it. Like I don't know how to say
You can't-
what it is about a crazy girl that's like
Yeah.
that's kind of.
But what about-
kind of funny? This is kind of entertaining.
What about a boring, healthy relationship?
And I've
You can't
had
do
that, and I of
You
course I
too.
1000% prefer that.
All
The
right.
peace.
But what's the explanation for the girls who were crazy? The ones that I'm like, yo, nah, she wild, bro. But then it's like, why did I go back to that wild girl? Why did I go back to that crazy girl? Because
Probably-
there's something about that, and
Probably-
that's men and women.
Because
That's
your
everybody.
morals, because you wanted to be committed, because 'Cause
I want
you-
it to be committed.
heck,
Yeah,
Shut
yeah,
up. What are you talking about? This is not what I'm saying.
Your morals.
Like, why do we like boxing? Why do we like UFC? Man, we like
That's not chaos. That's
that is chaos. What you mean?
Nigerian
That's
nightmare.
violence.
I feel like
that's violence.
you probably
That's
we
sport.
probably like, I think men we probably like that. We want our women to submit, but kind of like that they don't.
Conflict, man. You
know what I
like
mean?
conflict. I think as a people, we just generally, not
I don't think we want-
specifically everybody.
We don't really want them like all the things the traditional. You got to cook, clean, suck, fuck, da da da. All of this,
all
like,
that, sorry.
but like,
Yeah,
if-
but you don't want to slave.
But if
Some
you-
people
I
might.
if you
But
had-
she has to have her own opinion.
Exactly.
Right. But that own opinion probably comes at the expense of like, hey, I'm not doing. You want this, and I'm not gonna do that.
Yes, it'll be conflict.
Yeah. And I think we like that.
Yes.
I could never have a
that's a-
submissive type woman. I don't like.
But
that
that's a
shit.
different
just
level
boring.
of conflict, though.
Oh,
I'm
really?
not, I'm not putting it on any particular level. I'm just saying generally, I think as a people, we just generally like conflict. And for people who
I
get
don't know.
divorced
I prefer peace.
or break up
Who
for,
does wanna see
yeah,
it?
you are an individual. I'm talking about just
In
the
general,
general,
As a general.
the general population. I think we thrive on the conflict, excitement, things that we can't
I think
predict
I do
it.
too. I actually got a conversation with someone
Yeah.
earlier today, and I realized that I got a headache after the conversation. 'Cause everything with me is about a debate. So she was like, I really feel like you're doing this purposely. I said, I really am, though. Like, this is our first conversation. We exchanged numbers earlier today.
Oh, there's like a
And we got into a 2-hour conversation of debating about women and men.
yeah.
And pretty much disparity in how we see different, men are from Mars and women are from Venus or whatever. But that's literally what the conversation was. And, well, why can't men take accountability? And the whole time we were arguing for 2 hours to the point my hair hurt. And she says, yeah, I can't do this shit like my hair. And I'm like, damn. But I just got turned on.
What?
See?
Well,
Yeah.
well, so
There's something about it.
Yeah.
it wasn't for me the chaos. It was just the fact that she was able to actually hold a conversation.
All right,
And
you like the
articulate-
conversation.
I like the
It's not
conversation and
the-
articulate,
Not drama.
point. But
I mean, that is
Yeah, I
drama.
ain't-
It's drama.
That's
to-
drama.
to-
Conversation.
It's
like,
a debate.
Yeah, in your mind, it's
Right.
like, okay, let me try to.
I like saying conflict personally.
Yeah.
I don't mind having conversations, but I like routine, boredom, whatever. I like going to sleep at 10 p.m. every
Peter's
day,
safe.
waking up at 4:30 every day, going to the
Missionary.
gym by 5 o'clock. Nah, you have you fucking different
15
ways.
pumps.
Nah, you fucking different ways.
No,
But
Be-
I
that's
I like habits. I like routine because it helps me accomplish goals. So that's one of the things I like. Because I can't, go to the
I
club with
agree.
y'all and stay out late and
What?
and
Yeah, damn,
I
you
can't
just
do
throw
all
some-
that shit and then still come and try to accomplish goals. I need structure.
But then
Yeah,
that's what
some
makes you
structures.
boring.
Yeah, some structures.
It's
cool.
not boring. I always have
That's what I'm
fun.
saying. The females want to see you as boring as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, you're predictable.
I don't know
Right.
the girl I'm with, but I
mean,
don't think
it's,
so.
It's new. I'm not gonna jinx it.
Yeah.
All right, it's
also,
you or whatever.
I mean, but also at the same time, like, that's part of what other girls. This nigga's so fucking routine. Like, I know how he's gonna fuck.
Bitches like guys who are tall and built with muscles. How the fuck you get the muscles? It's a routine. You go to the gym. You stick to your
Oh,
routine.
Peter,
That's a
yeah.
wild stretch.
How's that a stretch?
I don't know how we went from that to.
How do you get
Peter,
your
confused
goals?
sitting right
That's
here.
beside the point.
Those-
How do
The
you
point I'm
accomplish
trying to
your
make
goals?
They have
is no.
nothing to do with it.
Well, you can
talking
work
about?
out.
That's
every,
routine.
You can work out every day at different times. That's not routine. No. It's just you working out.
No, I have routine.
Okay, but I'm saying the point is that I'm trying to make is that at the end of the day, it gets boring to a female. It's like you fucking the bitch the same exact way. You take
Well,
her to the
don't
same
fuck her the
movies.
same way.
I'm just saying, but you missed the routine.
Yeah.
Because I go to
It
sleep
gets
at
boring. It
because I go
wasn't
to sleep around the
people
same
like
time.
chaos. They like the
like spice, variety,
Spice.
like spontaneity.
Oh, you know
Yes.
something that's funny? Like with my chick, like sometimes I'll.
Your woman, not your chick.
Yeah.
Don't
Your
forget
chick.
it.
All right, my woman, whatever. It's same fucking thing. I don't know
Yeah,
what
woman,
the
chick,
difference is.
bitch, all the same, right?
My bitch, my woman,
Damn.
my chick. I don't know what the difference is, but
What?
who gives a fuck? So
Okay.
yeah, y'all niggas sensitive. So sometimes like we would watch on Hulu. We would always watch like I like watching Law and Order before I go to sleep. Watch one episode. That's how I relax. One episode of Law and Order, and then like you said, she like, hey,
Throwing
can we watch X-Files instead, or can we watch
what the fuck?
different shit? Like there's so much stuff on
It's
Hulu.
2021.
Nah, because I was watching all the episodes in reverse, so I started from the end, watching it to the
Wait,
beginning.
hold on. Get to the point. What are we
Yeah,
talking about?
the point is that, like y'all were saying, she wanted to watch something different. Like
Yeah,
Peter told her no.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes he's selfish. But yeah, there's a lot of shit, but you switch it up every once in a while.
Yes, it's
no,
called spice.
no,
What the fuck?
but we're not talking about switching up episodes.
Right.
That's
talking
my
about,
shit. What do you
I'm
what-
saying
That's the
like
excitement
doing
Peter's
something like out
Go-
of your comfort zone.
Well,
Right.
we go to different parks, museums, or whatever.
That's within your comfort zone.
I mean,
That wasn't in my comfort zone.
Well, think
before I
about it
met
like
her.
this: life is about experiences.
right.
So, what's different from your normal experience? What makes this more interesting? You know what I mean? If our life was a TV show, what makes this episode of our life interesting?
Me.
And
Oh, come on, man.
And but to that point, I think that's where Will Smith argument almost kind of wins a little bit. It's like, all right, I know you chose me, I chose you, so I'm gonna give you a platform to diversify, to enjoy life, to experience, because this is something you want to do.
Right.
You want to heal the young boy.
You said, or you've
Hey.
expressed like, yo, I think Will Smith said Jada has a history of her family. They don't have conventional relationships, marriages.
Right.
So if that's something you grew up with, and I grew up in a Christian home, like he said,
Damn, Will chose poorly.
I
can't
mean,
say
This
that.
he could have had any woman he wants.
But you can't
and
say
now
that.
he's struggling with headache
that
Jada.
nigga.
Now he has a headache
He
for
got a
all
hair
these
full of
years.
he got
All these women, how successful Will is, they all would have wanted him to choose
But
her.
every relationship comes with its own
and
thing,
look at
its
the
own
headache
baggage.
he chose.
maybe that's the chaos. He liked this is
It's
he's
something.
like you said. He could have had anybody, and he chose
Damn near any woman.
that from there.
And it could have been, and it would have been a different type of conflict.
Yeah.
And you never know. You have no idea.
Maybe it would have
how,
been a better conflict instead of this chaos.
Maybe.
Yeah, but that's all.
He was married
hypothetical.
before Jada now.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. He had
You know what I
somebody
mean?
else.
The white
But
woman?
She's
That
probably
didn't work.
She's probably boring.
And we have no idea why that didn't last.
We didn't even know her name.
Exactly.
Was she even white?
No,
she's
she was
black.
black. She looked good. I seen her. I've
Yeah,
seen
she
her
looked
before.
good.
And he has a child with that first
And
marriage.
he has a
That's
child.
right.
His first son.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, dog, there was this person I had smashed before. I smashed a few times. And then at some
She was
point,
fat?
bro,
At some
you're
point,
asking
what
too many
happened?
questions. So at some point, it got stale, bro.
Yeah.
And this is where I dropped the dun-dun-dun. Fucking, we worked together. And so I was just like, dog, I must smash her
At work.
Oh.
And so I did it at a time where people could be coming. And for us, it was super exciting. And I was like,
Right.
damn, I just smashed you like last week. And now it was like, this was way different.
Right.
It was like a new person. I was like,
No vagina.
nah.
Now I gotta smash you at work when
I
everybody's.
I had to do it. That shit was fun as hell. And we
That's
about
fun.
to get caught. I'm looking like,
Was this
over there.
where we worked at the same place?
That's what.
I'm trying to share too much. You see what I'm talking about? Trying to share too much. Sharing ass nigga. Nobody's trying to
Sharing
share.
ass.
No. But I'm
that's-
saying that's
that's
the type
wild,
of thing.
dude.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Hey, y'all got too much. Y'all need to have y'all got too many needs, nigga. You can't be.
But it's
No,
life.
it's human.
It's life.
you need to have sex at work before the coworkers show up
bro.
when you're about
Bruh.
to get caught,
You're
so
missing
you
the
can
whole
keep it
point.
spicy.
You're missing the whole.
That's
It's
too
on
much,
point.
nigga.
It's called
Bruh.
spontaneity.
That's too much.
It's
That
the-
Now
was
you
a new
have-
episode in the life of
Yeah,
life.
you fuck
For-
outdoors
you know
or
what?
whatever.
For you, for example, like you and your lady, for example, like y'all don't like strip clubs, for example, because you just don't. It's not your thing. What if you and her, for example, just went and sat in the back?
We win. We watched the fight.
That's Tootsies. Now
Not Tootsies. I'm saying like
a real strip club.
strip club where strippers are
Free
dancing.
codes,
Yeah.
it's money, it's the abs in your face, all that.
That'll be something that's
Nah, I'm not
uncomfortable.
doing that.
I don't want that.
I'm saying
Because I got to go to sleep so I can get up and go to the gym.
Oh my God.
see what I mean?
You don't even sound like a real human being, bro. I don't even know what this is right now.
But you want to know how, hey, ladies, take a look.
No, man.
It's consistency, man.
Consistency is not a bad thing,
can
but you
be
gotta.
consistent and still have variety and still be
Yeah.
spontaneous.
Nah, because it's
I mean,
hard. You got to get used to waking up on time to do that all the time.
Peter,
It's-
I'm gonna tell you a secret.
I think you're taking it too
You're not
literal.
the only guy who
No.
works out.
all right.
I go
that's
twice
fine.
a day and I go on my lunch break every day, and I still hang the fuck out just about every other night. And sometimes I come home at 2, sometimes I come home at 4, and sometimes I'm in bed by 10.
And
That
sometimes
doesn't
you
make
But,
no
don't
but
sense.
do
my
it.
regiment
Right.
is not going to change. I don't eat until I get home at 7 p.m. And then on top of that, I work out on my lunch break and when I drop my daughter to school. But that doesn't change. You can still have variety within,
I think it's just about the quality of experience. Like I have a really, really close friend of mine who I went to school with in high school. He didn't go to college. So I would be telling him about my experiences in college. And for him, he would always talk about high school. And I was just like, bro, come with me to this party. Come with me to here. Like when I had Matter of fact, when I've had birthday parties, y'all have been to a lot of my birthday parties. He's not come to one of them. And I'm just like, bro, experience something out. He likes to be in his little bubble. Like for me, nah, bro, it's the quality experience. Like I've skipped a lot of classes, and sometimes I would skip class and do nothing. But then there were sometimes it was like, we're going to skip and we're going to go do some wild shit because, dog, this is the quality experience. I have actively thought to myself, I want to look back and say, bro, we did some wild shit, bro.
I did some shit.
I did some wild shit.
I lived a life.
And when I look back, I want to look back and say I have accomplishments. I like when I look back. But that's a part of it. I like when I look back and I say, how the fuck did I get all this stuff done?
But that's a part of it.
That is an amazing feeling to me.
That's a part of it.
They can go hand in hand.
Exactly. You can have both. So two things can be true.
It's like for instance, yes, you can. It's like traveling.
What?
That's an accomplishment.
Like traveling. That's a good
example.
You died, God forbid, right now. Let's just pretend you never made it. You weren't in the army. What the fuck can you say you've seen? Nothing.
What?
No, for
if
example,
you died and you weren't in the army, just think about what I'm saying.
But who gives a fuck what countries I've seen? Why is that important?
Because that's the quality of your life.
How the fuck does that? That's quality of your life, nigga.
No, that's quality of anybody's life. Anybody, different cultures.
No,
experience.
I mean, I give it to you, Peter. You're absolutely right. This is a generalization that we're making, and you're an individual, and you're saying something different, and I respect that. But for me, I must experience life.
What's money if you can't enjoy it?
That's real. Right. That's so real.
So you get all this money and shit, and you stay your ass in the house and don't go nowhere.
It's true.
What's the point?
It's true. Especially in this pandemic, boy. I learned from pandemic. Yeah, I gotta live out here, boy.
What are you telling nigga? I want to fight every fucking 2 weeks.
The whole world shut down for a year, and you couldn't fly nowhere. You couldn't do nothing.
It was sad.
It was sad, and everybody's still feeling like the ramifications from that. So I'm with you. Like
I think the pandemic was so interesting. Something about that. A lot of relationships came out of it, and a lot of relationships broke up.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right.
Broke up. Like so, you know, for what I do a lot of divorces or whatever, and for. At some period of time, it felt like it was divorce season. Yeah, like we was even coming in every day.
Domestic violence was on a fucking
domestic violence went up, suicide went up, depression went up. Yeah. It was a wild time
for sure.
Now it's going down. Like now it's like damn, the divorce cases are going down
because niggas back outside now.
Yep, niggas is back outside.
Back where they sided.
Yep.
Back where they experienced it.
That's funny.
Back where they variety.
Niggas like Peter was locked in with routine and bitches shot themselves and committed suicide.
What?
I'm just saying.
Like again, too far.
But some people like the pandemic. Some people like it made their routine better. But you know, everybody different. But besides, so yes, again, we're gonna wrap it up. We have a shameless response from Kenneth. He said you got something to give.
Yes, a shameless response from somebody who watched our submissive episode. I wasn't on that episode, and she asked several questions in response to what we was talking about. Mm-hmm. So one of her questions is, what are the prerequisites for a man to have so that a woman would be submissive to him?
I think that's relative, number one. I just think that everybody's, what you look for in a man to be submissive, I mean, for you to submit to him is all relative.
Okay.
So that's just the most general answer I'm going to give, but I'll come back.
I say he has to be masculine. You got to be masculine because for a woman, if you expect a woman to be feminine, the guy has to be masculine. You can't.
So define that.
I don't think they go hand in hand because I don't think you have to be masculine for a person to submit to you.
Well,
define masculinity. Like, what do you mean by that?
Masculine is it's a way you carry yourself, your attitude, your confidence. It's different. Like, it's different from being a woman. It's being a man. It's how we were raised, how we were always with the guys and shit. It's just different.
It's a good question. I mean, I feel like what qualifications a man has to have for a woman to submit.
Right.
I think this man has to be a
leader.
Yeah, like you have to have. What is it like? It doesn't even matter what you do, or you have to have like a belief system. Mm-hmm. Like you have to believe in something. Yeah. You have to have discipline. Not even discipline. Discipline is good, but like a belief system. Like these are my own
morals,
personal,
my values,
my principles. Right. This is what I believe. And for us to work, you have to come to agree to that. So that's what I think. Like, I don't know if that's considered masculine or not, but this is what I believe. And for us to work, you have to accept that.
Okay,
That's what I think.
Before I say what I said to her and something else I wanted to say, you said you wanted to come back. What were you going to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say leadership. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to exhibit the qualities of someone who can be followed. You know, it's a lot of dudes out here expecting submission from a female
Just because you're a man.
just because you're a dude
Yeah.
and you're not paying no bills in the house. And I'm not saying you're paying all of them, but you're not a leader. You're not someone that a child should follow, or even a woman should get behind in line. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think that
They're not responsible enough.
yeah, it's leadership qualities, and also just like Mike was saying earlier, there's a set of principles.
Yeah.
You have to stand for something, you know. And I think if you don't, then I don't see how you expect someone to submit to you.
So I agree with a lot of what you said. And what my response to her was, it's different for everybody. So you have to be the kind of man that a woman would want to follow, whatever that is, because every woman is different. Every man is different. So what is it about you that makes me want to follow you? And that's the only prerequisite you got to have, because whatever is masculine to Peter or masculine to other Mike or masculine to Big Mike, it might not be what's masculine to this girl who asked me that, or this woman who asked me this question, or some other woman. Like whatever it is that your wife like, whatever it is y'all ladies like, completely different. So what is it about you as an individual that would make that person follow you? Now, something one of my friends told me, and this is his opinion, since he's not on the show, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He said that what the man has to do is be the visionary for the house.
Yeah.
So he has to set the tone for what it is that the house, the family is going to do. In his mind, you have to tell your woman, okay, this is my vision for us in 5 years. This is how we're going to do it. And then we have a conversation about how we make that happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
I'm good with that.
Which is essentially what we were saying.
I'm with that. Yeah. I'm with that.
Principles, and I think we were trying to get to that. That just came off a whole lot better.
That's good.
So, but yeah, that's definitely what it is. You got to have a vision for the household and a plan set in place. And
That's it. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
really.
again, thanks guys for coming to our Red Table Talk with the Shameless Girls, and fuck you, Jada Pinkett.